at Universal today. It is July 26th. It's the opening day of the Paris Olympics today. They've got it playing on big screens in City Walk, and they're celebrating in the park as well. Last time I was here, I told you that I noticed a new summer food truck in the park and that I would try it soon. Today, we're here to try it. Hopefully it's open. Also, we now have all 10 Halloween Horror Nights houses for 2024 announced, and we have all the scare zones on the table as well. There are a ton of new props and sets in the park, so we're gonna enjoy some summer food, some HHN prep and props and sets all over the park, and have a lovely day. It's the dog days of summer, so woof woof, baby. I don't know, let's go. The Summer Olympics medallion is up, so it starts tonight in Paris. They're doing the opening ceremonies, and it runs through August 11th. Let me know if you'll be watching.
And Kelly, it was
they have the opening ceremonies playing out here on these screens. Very cool. I love, love, love the new check-in system to get into the park. Oh, and I love these big fans they've got going on. You just scan the pass from your phone or your physical card. It looks at your face in 1 second and you are in. All right, we're gonna head straight back to the stage area where I saw the food truck last time. Oh, they actually have the opening ceremonies playing on the screens here too. Super cool. So we can watch the Olympics while we're hanging out. It looks like the food truck's open. So they've got these Olympic photo ops out also. And it's the Coca-Cola Taste of Paris. There's two food items, this burger and these frites. Ooh, interesting. They have some mocktails and some cocktails. Okay, I went ahead and ordered one of the mocktails. This is the Cassis Blossom. It's black currant and elderflower refresher. That sounds so good. It's about 96 degrees right now, so it sounds good. And then I got the Au Pauvre burger. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's seared Angus beef patty, brie cheese, on a toasted brioche roll with green peppercorn sauce. It's got a bunch of onions on it. I can smell the onions and cheese. It smells really nice. I can't believe that I get to eat my Olympic burger and drink watching the opening day of the Olympics here at Universal. That's really cool. With all of that going on behind me too. So here's the burger. It's on a little bun. It looks really nice. It smells really good. Let's dig in. All right, let's pop this on here. Give it a go. There's a lot of sauce dripping everywhere, so here we go. I got a fork to do some scooping too. Yeah, the patty is nice and tender and juicy. The sauce I really like. It's very savory, very oniony, and the brie cheese, brie cheese, I could just eat it in a warm melty bowl, and it is all warm and melty. And I even kind of let this stand around in the sun for a little bit because I was taking pictures of it and putting it in the video and stuff, and it's still hot and fresh, so that's good. You know what this burger weirdly reminds me of, flavor profile wise? It's kind of like French onion soup, if you know what I mean, but a burger version of that. It's got that savory, oniony, really rich kind of gravy that's almost like a broth, but it's not thin like a broth. It's thick like a sauce. All the onions piled high and the melty brie cheese. It's kind of like French onion soup-ish? I don't know. The bun is soft also, which I like. Yeah. So just taking the top off, do you see how it looks with the cheese and the onions? You get what I'm saying about how it's a French onion soup kind of a flavor? Which is delicious. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it reminds me of. Now let's try the mocktail. Black currant and elderflower, I like that. Ooh, interesting. Definitely needs a stir to get the flavors mixed together, but it is very nice. It's cold and refreshing. It's like a refresher type of a drink. Just nice and light. It's not bubbly. It's not like a carbonated drink. It's definitely good. I like it. Don't mind me. I'm just tearing my burger apart with fork and knife. I'd say size-wise, it's more like a slider. It's a little bit bigger than a slider, but a little bit smaller than a huge, massive burger. So it's perfect for one person. You could share it if you're not super hungry, and you also get the frites, the fries with it, and the drink is very refreshing and good. I love when they do fun, limited time summer snacks and stuff like that. I just think it spices things up. It's right across from Mignon Cafe here, which is my favorite place to eat in the park, and has good food all year round. So do not sleep on Mignon Cafe. There's something else over here that I showed in a recent video, but in case you missed it, and just as a reminder, they're doing this for the summer, this chill out in the cool zone, and it's big giant fans. There are two fans, one's just air and one's air and a mist of water, and tons of people are using them. You do have to kind of hold on to your hat a little bit, There you go. It feels amazing. It cools you right off, it dries you off, unless you get in the mister one. But even then, like you're, oh God, it feels so good. This is nice. Very, very nice move, Universal. Smooth move. So if you see, this one's air and this one's got like a mist of water, they both feel amazing. That's great. Tons of people are utilizing it, as they should. It's so helpful. I love that. So you can find this food truck here. It's the Coca-Cola Taste of Paris. They have cocktails, mocktails, the burger, the fries, little pigeons trying to get whatever they can get. And it's a fun little summer edition. And you can even, I don't know how often they're gonna show the Olympics here, but at least for like the opening ceremony, this is really cool. Now we're gonna check out around the park. There's some new things for Halloween Horror Nights, some new Ghostbusters stuff. We're gonna do the lap, have some fun. All right, right around this corner, I see a stage. How exciting. Oh my gosh, it's happening. So we've got this stage here in the New York area, and because of a recent event Halloween Horror Nights had in the UK and some announcements that were made, we can pretty much surmise that this will be the Torture Fair Scare Zone, and this will be the stage that the King and Queen are up on. And they've updated the description of this scare zone to say, "Come one, come all to Sinister's Renaissance Fair with the devious theme of medieval torture. Brave the gloriously gory homemade torture devices till you're put out of your misery." So because of the announcements that were made at a recent event and announcements and posts by Halloween Horror Nights themselves, we pretty much know that this will be the Torture Fair zone. So we now know that this will be Sinister's Scare Zone, right? So we have some new characters being introduced for this year. So this ties into another scare zone that's been announced called Duality of Fear. And this looks like it's gonna be up in the front of the park because we know so much of the other placement, that's the only other place it could make sense. And it's gonna be like an entrance scare zone is what it seems like, where you're gonna choose Sinister or Surreal. And immediately I was like, oh, Surreal. I'm all about it, Surreal. But it looks like this will be Sinister Scare Zone, and y'all know I love Renaissance Festival things. I love anything Renaissance period, medieval, all of it. I love it. So, I don't know, Sinister, ooh, she's calling. We'll see. I love that we have these new characters being introduced into the lore, into the HHN lore. Let's keep walking because there's more out, even more noticeable as to what zone it's gonna be. I just came into Finnegan's to cool off, and they're also playing the Olympics opening ceremonies in here, and a bunch of people are watching, and it's so fun. This is a great atmosphere. USA! Woo! Love that! Next up, we're heading into San Francisco, where hopefully we're gonna see some delights out. Sure, there's a little thing right here, but there's a lot more. Woohoo! Look at this. So it was either last night or this morning that the Halloween Horror Nights account posted an official teaser saying Blumhouse was coming. And look, it confirms it. San Francisco will be the Blumhouse Scare Zone. We don't have the full details yet as to like which Blumhouse properties will be featured. Like, what are we gonna have some more, another Megan Horde? That would be amazing. The Purge has been featured a lot at Halloween Horror Nights in the past, but there are so many other Blumhouse properties that could be featured, and this is such a cool stage. And it's, I think, all the way around, like, yeah, over here too. And since there's multiple sides to the stage with the same background, it could be like different Blumhouse characters or properties featured on each side. So we know we have a Blumhouse property in a house this year in the Insidious house, which I love, the first Insidious film, as I've mentioned before. Very excited for that house. And we'll see what else is featured here. I know that last year the Megan Horde was so popular, and we all loved them. There's so much to work with there, so exciting. They have different signs that they use for different things, and this one's cool. It looks like icy cold. Please, for your safety, do not climb. There's just a general Universal Studios sign, but very cool. And it looks like a house on top, and it's got this dark green, this beautiful like forest green backdrop. Let's see, this is Bruce's house.
That's right, we got the new signage out today. You saw it.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
Thanks for the scoop. Awesome Shea Alcatraz bartender just told me the real scoop. This is gonna be the new sign. Once it reopens, it's gonna say Bruce's house. That's the real scoop. He told me to step a little closer and he'll tell me. Yeah? A little closer? Or that same design pattern. It's like an old like painted wall that, you know, the paint's been like an old haunted house. Let's sort of see yourself. It's reflective. Hashtag enthused effect. There are a couple more of these in San Francisco. They're kind of on either side, different character on each side. Very cool. I like how they did that. That's really neat. In my last update, I showed you this and talked about how last year they had a peacock bar back. So I want to cool off. I love this land. Okay, let's get splashed. Trolls Treats has some nice cool treats that'll help you cool off. But I'm looking for something more serious, something more major. Branches out, so cute. I wish I could jump in that fountain. Aww. The Imagination Celebration, amazing way to cool off. An amazing show, highly recommend. But I'm still looking for something a little more serious. Like, I'm about to go visit the swamp. I want to look like it. Let's go in a pose Kung Fu training camp. Pond of Perpetual Wellness, where I was gonna go, looks like it's off right now. I'm not sure why, but there are other splash areas, so let's go find them. These are to splash your feet. The splash pad over here is wide open, splashing everyone. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Run, run, run. How cute. Po Live is going on. It's also cool in here.
Get a carotene, it's good for your vision. So you must eat a lot of carrots. Good for you. Okay, let's get a few more veggies. Vegetables. Oh, check it out, look at this. What is this? What is this? What is this? It's a potato. Yeah, filled with starch, or as I like to call them, potatoes. You get it? Kiss my name, and it's right. Are you leaving? Do you not like mushrooms?
Oh, I love it.
You love mushrooms? Okay, cool. Okay, I was just making sure. I didn't want to offend you. Okay, all right, have a good day.
Po noticed me walking away and said bye. Sorry, Po, I love you. Dragon Warrior forever. All right, how can I get a little splashed in here, not wet my camera, and also film it? I am not sure. Okay, it's good, it's good. It's very good. It's like being in a little rain. Oh God, a little rain. That's nice. That is nice. That feels real good. Okay. All right. Whew. That felt so good. That is one of my favorite additions to the park. All the splash and play areas. I'm like soaked, but I feel amazing. And I know it's gonna dry off in like 1 second because, yeah, you know how hot it is. It's just summer, and that's just the way. It's been less than a minute and I'm dry already. Doggone it. I wanted to like stay. No, there's plenty more where that came from. This one's a smaller splash pad. Feels good. And next up is Central Park, where we walked through last time. We saw the very first bits of Halloween Horror Nights props and set pieces, and we could see them there, but there's been more added. So they've actually added more of these half-sunken canoes that go into the mirror here. And just remember, swamp selfies. So if you take a selfie in the mirror here, we're calling them swamp selfies, right? Make sure you don't step on them. Don't like step on them at all, but from outside you gotta reach over. You get the swamp selfie. Feel free to tag me in it if you like, and I will reshare it because I think this is a fun thing for us this year. So we've got the swamp, more lighting. This is gonna be super cool. So this scare zone is obviously going to be Swamp of the Undead, and it says, in Backwaters, Louisiana, you unwittingly wander onto private property where you're swamped by zombies born from the bodies of other trespassers who were killed and dumped in a nearby bog. And they've got all sorts of lights and like wires up here and tons of just preparations and props. Full on sets and props and everything. Super duper cool. I first called it Swamp Zomb Selfie, but y'all have redubbed it Swamp Selfie. I think that's easier, so that's what we'll call it. It's just a pic in the mirror, easy peas. These are all like small boats, like canoes and small boats like that, that little craft that you would be wading through the bayou in, but they've all sunk. And there's a few new things that have been added actually. More going on in here. It's looking good. It's actually so hot today that the ice in these is melting. Like these are just water with a little bit of ice on top. That's how hot it is. Wow. And here's a big new piece that's been added. This is kind of like a watchtower. Look at how cool that is. It could either be like survivors hiding up there watching over the swamp, or the swamp zombs up there watching for victims to eat because they're very, very hungry. And look, you can see the bridge. This looks like it was a bridge that would have went across. The bridge snapped. That, like a rope bridge. That is so cool. I love that. They have fully built like a dream treehouse, like a dream spooky treehouse up there. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Look inside. You can see how it's all like broken apart and dilapidated over time. It's actually snapped not just on the end, but in the middle here. What a nice touch. Love that. Looks good. I'd love to just climb up in there and just watch over guests for a while and just hang. I wish. So we got that, and then we have these stages, and they've actually added more to them, or platforms really. They've added this like tin. It looks like maybe someone could be inside of there, or something could be inside of there. Protection for the swamp zombs. Whatever the case, it looks cool as anything. This is taking shape very quickly. They're adding new things all the time. It's looking super cool. It looks like rusty metal. And they've got these lovely palms here to hide it. Can't see a thing. I can't see a thing behind the palms. And these things, which I told you last time, look like cypress knees or something. They're like swampy things. Super cool. So there's tons of new sort of infrastructure pieces and lighting and stuff in here. But the bits on the platform and then that brand new treehouse lookout platform thing are the big new pieces in the Swamp Scare Zone. Swamp of the Undead. I love the way that sounds like a old 1950s horror movie or something. Swamp of the Undead, excited for that. Torture Fair looks like it's going to be in New York. Swamp of the Undead, we can tell from the props where it's going to be. And it looks like Duality of Fear will be the entrance scare zone, because it says here, as soon as you enter the gates of Halloween Horror Nights, you must choose a path. Follow Sinister, the manifestation of visceral horror, or follow Surreal, the incarnation of unearthly terror. We can pretty much surmise that Demon Queens will be here in Hollywood. And this one says, get caught in an otherworldly hellscape, ripped from the darkest corners of your mind. 4 merciless queens loyal to Surreal rule, surrounded by hordes of fanatical followers. Okay, it's all making sense now. So when the entranceway, you have Sinister and Surreal, and then Sinister's scare zone will be Torture Fair in New York, and Surreal scare zone will be Demon Queens here in Hollywood. I love that. Sort of different manifestations of like horror and terror and evil and scary stuff. But Demon Queens, that sounds super cool, because I think of myself more of like a fairy or an elf queen, something like that. But I think for HHN, we could all be Demon Queens, right? So we've seen quite a bit of framework coming up in the Hollywood area, like trusses and lighting and stuff, and let's see if there's anything new. Here we are in good old Hollywood. Ooh, hello summer sky. Storms roll in every afternoon. Oh my gosh, it was blue like a second ago. That's beautiful, I love it. Wow, okay. Oh, here's another thing of interest. You know how we purchased the thing for the summer tribute store this year? Anybody could purchase it, and we did it, where you're on the cover of a VHS box and they'll mail it to you after it closes. So we got an email from like the merchandise department. Everyone who has one in there should have gotten this email saying like, we were gonna close the store in September and mail out your boxes, but we're thinking about maybe keeping the summer tribute store open longer. Would you like your box now, or would you like to like wait till it's closed? I'm like, wait till it's closed. Keep it open for as long as possible. I am in no hurry for the summer tribute store to close. So I don't know, that might mean that's like a clue that it may stay open quite a bit longer, and that obviously then the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store will be in New York, which is cool. But let's go take a look in there, because there's some new stuff. So out here we can see like a couple of trusses, a couple of speakers, some wires attaching them and stuff like that. Not a ton yet, but we expect to see more soon. We got some big speakers up here. All right, let's pop inside. Let's go inside. Oh, it feels so good in here. Hi, Slimer. Hi, Mr. Tape. So this is like a bunch of people who did this, and this is me and Sam's right here. So they'll mail us this box along with a card to the video store, like a membership card and a pair of socks. So yeah, cool. If you've got yours, hopefully they emailed you already. And let's all say, take as long as you want. So they keep this open as long as possible. Or whatever you want.
It was Hollywood's blockbuster, classic Shakespeare, and family favorite. The way they were meant to be seen. In the fully air-conditioned cinemas of Tribute Theater. Trivia Store Flash.
Hi, Stay Puffed. Ooh! Ooh, yeah! So good. New game still coming soon. Alright, let's go. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is the first time I've had this like almost all to myself. And there's some new Ghostbusters stuff I came in to look at. But this is amazing. Alright, so they've actually added a bunch of new Ghostbusters stuff. Look at this shirt. I love it. This is $33. It's a ringer tee, which, you know, I love ringer tees. It's just kind of like old school, 80s looking. Who are you gonna call? It's got yellow slime on the, like, no ghost. Very cute. I gotta get it. I love this. The orca. You can actually see Quint now, which is crazy. Oh, yes. In the parade, the Mega Movie Parade, and make sure you do not miss that because all of this is featured and it is amazing. There's another shirt here that has a similar design. It looks like it was obviously designed by the same person. This is the front and the back. There's this. It's like a wooden piece of decor, doodle sign, $35. New buttons. Those are neat. These are $10 for a pack of 4. Cool. And a new kid shirt. I Ain't Afraid of No Ghost. $33. Beautiful neon green. Tie-dye. Love it. And a new hoodie. This is super cool. It's the details on the sleeve there. Super cool. And that is $65. Ah! Oh, the cardigan is still here and another new shirt here. This is super cute. It's Slimer eating a box of pizza. $30. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. The Slimer Her Universe purse. Super cool. For $40. They have some ridiculously cute ET stuff too. Oh man, good stuff. And then I'll wrap up with a big piece of news, and that is that we got the announcement for the 10th and final house this year, and that is Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodline. Get caught in an epic battle as Saskia Van Helsing and the Bride of Frankenstein go up against Dracula's daughter and her monstrous mavens. I love that. I've loved every Universal Monsters house so far, so I know I'm gonna love this one. And if you remember the Bride of Frankenstein house, it was so good. I feel like that's kind of the vibe we're going in, but this is a totally new story. We're gonna have new characters, super cool. I love that Universal, you know, they own the Universal Monsters IP, so they can add to the lore and add to the stories, and that is such a cool creative advantage that they have, and I love that they're utilizing it, and they're adding more and more to the stories, the HHN lore, and also the Universal Monsters lore. And we are gonna see our girls in there in an epic battle, and I am very excited for it. What do you think, Gilman? I think he's good. He says, maybe next year will be my year. The palm trees are speaking to me, and what they're saying is, girl, it's about to storm. Get to your car. Quick as can be. And I always listen to the palm trees, so let's go. Wow, it's so beautiful though, my goodness. It's the dog days of summer. Such a cool time of year in Florida. There's something nostalgic and magical about it.
I want to get sprinkled.
Don't get me wrong, it's hot as anything. It's absolutely baking, boiling. But I don't know, it's magical. All right, I've made it to the car and I was able to beat the storm today, thankfully. And we're just savoring these dog days of summer. It is like the end of July, July 26th today, but there's still a bit more of July to go. We're moving into August very quickly. I'm trying to savor it all, share everything with you that's going on here in Orlando. We do have trips coming up, but for now, for the dog days of summer, we're here. We're gonna be soaking it up here in Florida, in Orlando, sharing it all with you. For now, for today, we're out of here. So I hope that you're as excited for all of the new things that are happening as I am. And if you are here during this little time of dog days of summer, every year during this time, I say dog days of summer like far too many times. So just know I'm probably gonna say it far too many times. So if you're here during the dog days of summer, which coincides with during the Olympics happening, and you want to try out a new snack, that little burger was mighty tasty. Really, really good. It actually kept me full all day. So I'll come out again. Maybe I'll try like the cocktails next time because there were quite a few drinks. Thank you for hanging out with me today. We will keep updated on the parks and keep on having fun. And I'm just sending you all a ton of love. Actually, get ready. See you for the next video. And until then, as always, stay in peace. Bye.